Filtration is a primary technique used to separate solids from liquids. It is important to perform filtrations properly to avoid loss or contamination of the desired product, regardless of whether it is a solid or liquid. The purpose of doing a filtration is either to remove solid impurities from a liquid or to collect a desired solid from the solution from which it was precipitated or crystallized. The two general methods used are gravity filtration and vacuum filtration. Vacuum filtration is also called suction filtration. Gravity filtration is most commonly used to remove solids such as impurities, decoloring carbon, or drying agents from liquids prior to crystallization, evaporation, or distillation. A filter paper of an appropriate size, a stamped funnel, ring clamp, and a receiver are needed for this operation. The filter paper should be folded to fit into the funnel, and there are two ways of doing this. The simplest involves folding the paper in half, then in half again to make a cone. The cone can easily be scraped free of collected solids because of the smooth surface. Before starting the filtration, wet the filter paper with a small amount of the pure solvent being filtered to help the filter paper adhere to the funnel. With the use of a filter cone, solvent may form seals between the filter and the funnel. Because there is no vent for the air displaced by the filtrate, filtration will cease. To solve this problem, you can insert a paper clip or a bent piece of wire or paper between the funnel and the lip of the flask. The filtration will then resume. Or if you are using a ring stand to support the funnel, there is no such problem. The rate and ease of filtration are increased if a piece of fluted filter paper is used, since fluting increases the surface area of paper contacted by the liquid being filtered. Filtration with a fluted filter paper is often used when the designed material is expected to remain in solution. An easy way to make a fluted filter paper is shown in the following. Fold the filter paper in half. Repeat this step until you get an 8-section cone. Open the cone and do a fan fold, that is, fold up and down alternately every 8th section of the semicircle. Open the fan and now you get a fluted filter cone. Before starting the filtration, wet the filter paper with a small amount of the pure solvent being filtered. The solution containing the solid is then poured onto the filter paper with the aid of a glass rod to minimize dripping down the outside of the flask. Note that you should not fill the funnel above the filter paper if a larger funnel is used. Allow the solution to drip through the filter paper until all the solution is filtered. Vacuum filtration is used for collecting solids from solvents after recrystallization or precipitation. A typical apparatus is shown here. Either a Bushnell funnel or a smaller Hirsch funnel is used. The funnel is fitted to a vacuum filter flask using an adapter. The side arm of the filter flask is connected to an aspirator or vacuum line through a trap with heavy walled rubber tipping. The trap prevents water from the aspirator from backing up into the filter flask if there is loss of water pressure. Backup is said to occur when water is drawn from the aspirator stream into the filter flask as a result of a drop in water pressure. After setting up the apparatus, put a filter paper in the funnel. Note that the filter paper should not extend up the side of the funnel. Wet the filter paper with a small amount of pure solvent being filtered, and apply the vacuum by closing the stopcock in the filter trap. The flask containing the crystals is swirled to suspend the crystals in the solvent, and the solution is poured slowly into the funnel. A stirring rod or spatula may be used to aid the transfer. The last of the crystals may be transferred to the funnel by washing them from the flask with some of the filtrate, which is called the mother liquor. When all the solution has passed through the filter, the vacuum is released slowly by opening the stopcock on the trap. The crystals collected are washed by adding a small amount of cold, pure solvent to the funnel to just cover the crystals. Vacuum is then reapplied to remove the washed solvent, and the crystals are pressed as dry as possible with a clean spatula while continuing to pull a vacuum on the funnel.